Testing.
Oh, testing or hello?
Testing. I find you testing.
Oh, good. And we're what, 4 episodes in?
It was an insult. No, this is 6. This is 5. This is 5.
Okay. Still too early.
Welcome to episode 5 of War with a Mate with me, James.
Me, Andy.
Yeah.
Saying the name of the podcast this time.
Yeah. Figured we'll learn from past mistakes. We'll actually introduce what we're doing. What are we doing?
Today we went through a little bit more rules, did a little, without the map, a sort of test battle, just to get a grips on how the different land combat rules work.
Yeah, we tried fiddling around with the tanks, the artillery, bombarded one another with a bit of artillery.
Yeah, very unsuccessfully on my half, and
You were the attacking side as well.
yeah, it did not go well. Turns out the 7th Armour Division shouldn't attack the Panzer Division.
Yeah.
I know that for the real game now.
Yeah, I suppose the positive for you is I don't get to use the Panzers, the German tank divisions, for it'll be about 18 months in real life, so you've got quite a while until you need to worry about.
To figure out a solution.
Yeah, I suppose the solution is beat me beforehand. End the game early.
It's the plan.
Yeah, end the game as early as possible.
Unnecessarily aggressive from the Allies.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty necessary.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't seem like a good tactic.
No one's going to begrudge you for being aggressive against the fascist forces of the Second World War.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking tactically it'll be a bad move.
Oh, right, we're thinking that far ahead. I'm still dancing around the morality of the situation, but good to know you've got that tactician's head on.
Yeah, I can focus on tactics because I don't have to justify my team.
Yeah. Again, not justify my team, just playing them, just in a board game. Very
Yeah,
long
but you
board
see
game.
that little tizzy you got in, that little trap.
It wasn't a tizzy.
You looked panicked.
Yeah, I'm a
and
little
you've
bit panicked.
continued to look panicked since the first episode whenever this is brought up.
Yeah, because I don't like the fact that I'm playing the losing side, the bad guys and the losers. So, yeah, they wear a lot of hats.
And the bad hats.
Yeah, they're nasty hats with skulls on and stuff. It's not like a fedora or something cool.
I mean, that would have sucked as well.
Well, it's the desert. You're allowed to wear fedoras and cowboy hats.
Stetsons would have been cool.
Stetson would have been very cool. That's it. Maybe in my headcanon, the Axis forces of World War II are all wearing Stetsons. Makes them look a little bit sillier, I think.
It does. It softens the image.
They didn't wear the big black leather trench coats in the desert, surely.
No, I think that was like a Gestapo thing.
Oh yeah, that was all for
And
image.
Yeah, I don't know how practical that was in terms of like what soldiers actually wore. It was more for scaring like civilians at 2 a.m.
They just wanted every man's dream of having a big billowy coat.
I mean, I do want a big billowy coat at some point.
You've had a big billowy coat.
Yeah.
We went to a festival and you got one. It was very, very big and very hairy.
Well, you got the furry trench coat and that you left in a field. I got the only fools and horses coat.
Yours did have a very sort of Del Boy vibe to it. Mine was like a skinned bear, but I couldn't possibly bring that back. 3 of us were cramped into a car on the way back. I couldn't fit that in the car, not with all of our provisions like water in that big jug.
That was it. I mean, realistically, you just didn't want to carry it.
I didn't really want it, to be honest. Oh, I had a cowboy hat there. I had a bit of a Stetson going on. Not quite Stetson.
No, it was you were a very ill cowboy. If cowboys had been that susceptible to hay fever, they would never have conquered the Old West.
It's alright, they never had summer in the Old West. It was always hot. Hay fever only exists between the dichotomy of seasons.
No, that's not true, is it?
Is it? That childlike wonder you had in your eyes. You can tell it's Christmas time. Clearly you've been touched by the belief and magical spirit of this time of year.
I mean, yeah, and it's made me not believe in hay fever being a transitional disease.
Every time somebody says that hay fever isn't real, a bee dies. Did you know that?
Oh, that's why they're all missing.
Yeah.
Because of the anti-hay fever movement.
Yeah, all of those deniers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry B. Benson, that's who you're putting at risk. Titular character from the B movie.
Oh, I didn't know that because
Yeah.
I didn't retain any of that film.
Well, you're missing out.
No, I feel very happy to have purged that.
Well, what we have retained, thankfully, you've cleared up some headspace, some disk space for some of these rules. We figured out how artillery works.
It's good.
It's
And
simple.
it's relatively simple.
Yeah, it's shocking how much of this game is simple. It's just really long. A lot of it is figuring out what the values are of your weapons and your men. And then when it comes to actually pitting them against each other, you just roll 2 6-sided dice.
And check some tables.
Yeah, and that's it. Then you cross off some men, leave some tanks stuck in the desert, and it's actually as simple as that.
Yeah, same with the anti-tank stuff we did. Just times 2 numbers together, get a score, do something with it.
Well, we figured out eventually that there was a division in there rather than a multiplication because the rules said 3 different things, and it took a little while to figure that out.
Yes, in the rules as printed, it has the first time it mentions multiplying the score by 10. The second time it's mentioned is dividing the score by 10. The third time it's mentioned is a plus symbol, so it's plus 10 instead. And then another thing, the addendum we've got was incorrect.
Yeah.
Turns out it's divide by 10 for all of it, but the addendum said this should be multiply, which was just wrong.
That is again the additional 9 sheets of paper that we got included with the game. Which, as time goes on, I'm thinking, did the person who gave us the game, did they just include those sheets of paper to mess with us further, just as a way to toy with us? Are all of those addendas wrong?
Yes, it's part of the large prank that this game is.
Who's behind this?
I don't know.
Someone's pulling the strings on our lives, and I'm sick of it.
SBI in the 70s sent a sort of horrible thing forwards through time, and it's exploded.
What's a time capsule when it's really mean-spirited?
A mine.
I do like the idea of later on when we're playing this game leaving those nasty time capsules across the desert
Yeah.
for someone to find them. Except instead of like drawings and
Some
like
like
whole
bullshit
albums.
from a high school. It's high explosives.
Yeah, I don't know. One high school's probably done that. I imagine there's some stuff that if you leave it in there, then it probably builds up pressure. I had this conversation, not this conversation, but an adjacent conversation earlier today about those Stanley Cups, the ones that everyone seems to have now.
Yes.
They're
There's like a thing for a few months.
they're like the trendy man's thermos.
Yeah.
It's a thermos with a handle and a
It
straw
costs
usually.
an insane amount of money.
Well, I got a work branded one the other day, and there was instructions in there which say you need to leave any hot liquid you put in there for about 5 minutes before you put the lid on. And it turns out that's because supposedly, I haven't verified this information, but rumor has it that they were exploding. If you were putting a hot liquid in, it was heating up, expanding, and then they were just bursting over people.
I mean, that is a tremendous design flaw for a thermos, is you can't put hot stuff in it and keep it hot.
You can't just have to wait. You just have
And
to
let
wait.
it cool down, thus defeating the point of the furnace.
Yeah. Don't put a hot liquid in until it's cooled a liquid. Yeah, what a faker. Again, that's because they're trendy, but they're not practical. Not like time capsules.
No, I bet the boys on the desert would have loved a Stanley Cup.
It's a bit like a time capsule for heat. If you think about it, a Stanley Cup or a thermos.
More of a prison.
A prison, and you're the jailer.
Yeah.
Gonna-
Letting that heat out.
I can picture you at work now with your thermos. When you pick it up, you're going to go for a little drink of your cup of tea, cup of coffee. You go, oh, here's your bail hearing, your parole hearing. You've been a good liquid today, and you unscrew it, take a sip. No, not just yet. Back in you go. Not ready to hear from you just yet.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I could probably do with one, because then, as you pointed out, the cold coffee might have been warm when I got back.
Wow, yeah, that's a sign of real growth.
considering buying a thing to rectify a problem that doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, so you don't do that anymore then?
No.
Oh, good. That's candid. That's beautiful. Yeah. That should also be your New Year's resolution, to only drink liquids at the right temperature.
I mean, I can't promise that to myself.
What is your New Year's resolution? Have you got one drummed up yet?
Just keep doing this, I guess.
You guess?
My resolution is to keep doing this.
Right, okay, well that's...
So you got one more year.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Because I've never failed a New Year's resolution.
Wow, I don't believe that.
I just haven't reached high.
I just don't... Well, fair enough. I was going to question your conviction as a man, but I suppose you've just got realistic expectations.
Yeah, if you set achievable goals, you'll achieve them and feel good. Don't do hard stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm just thinking about this game now. This is hard stuff.
It's long stuff.
It's long stuff. That's true. It's not long and hard. It's there's a joke in there. What?
I don't. What joke? I don't get it.
I'll talk to you about it later. It's
fun.
It's about penises.
That's why I wouldn't get that.
Yeah, you're not really into penis law.
I try to ignore mine.
You just can't help but have those interactions with it from time to time, eh?
It tries to get my attention.
A horrible way to describe bodily function. The worst part is I don't even know which one it is, but that's a tale for another time. Certainly not one in my company. That's for you to figure out as a personal journey of growth.
Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution.
Hey, maybe not. Maybe not.
Come to an armistice with my penis.
I take it you mean like find a resolution and not arrive at an armistice event with your penis.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to not disrupt any peace talks this year.
This year, it's next year.
Or next... Oh.
This year's nearly timed out. We've not got long left on this one.
Yeah, but I could ruin one this year, and I shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I'm glad you've got that level of self-awareness. What sort of awareness we didn't seem to have with this is the amount of time it's going to take for us to get to grips with the rules, because we said 2 weeks ago we were going to start doing the practice run, and instead what we've done is little snippets of the rules to make sure we understand them. But we are definitely starting the 6-turn trial run in its entirety, as in starting to play it, not finishing the trial run in its entirety. This year, we still got a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We will be starting
this year.
And we'll also be releasing at least up to this episode and all of the ones that have come before all in one go. One big bumper release of a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, which we don't really need to announce on this because this'll be in them.
Mostly because we've been more disorganized with this than we really should. It's been very, very patchwork, but you know, what could you expect? Hasn't been done before.
Yeah, no one can criticize our scattered approach because no one else is. Maybe this is how you have to do it.
Yeah, you have to. There's no two, I think, braver men in the world than you and I for kicking this off.
No, certainly not.
Or would you say any two more creative men? Or
I mean, any positive adjective.
Yeah, you can stick them all on.
Yeah.
Which there is a tinge of irony to that though, because earlier today there was a conversation I had with a colleague of mine, and the analogy they used for my life, my personality, was as one long admin task at work, but the boss has brought in pizza, so it's a little bit fun.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
What a horrible indictment of you.
But that is what this is, though, isn't it? It's because of stuff like this.
Wait, was it a description of the game or you?
No, it was the game had just been mentioned. The fact that I'm doing this,
right?
And it was also in reference to other things I've done like that, such as a few weeks ago listening to the entirety of Taylor Swift's discography. Discography.
The first person to ever do that.
Yeah.
Another endurance challenge ticked off.
No, but it was all back to back, and I'm not. She's got some good songs. She's got some real good hits.
She's got some pipes, I'll give her that.
She does, yeah. Some real good tunes, and I listened to them all. It was because I was going to a Taylor Swift event, actually, where they played not all of her songs, but a good 4 hours worth of them. So I was trying to catch up, and the best way to do that is listen to every single song once.
Yeah, that's what fans do.
That's what fans do. Eventually, that's what fans do. I think with Taylor Swift fans, it's probably more likely than most other artists.
No, I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift fans get obsessed with certain songs.
No, I think certain songs have a real impact on them.
Yes, and then the fans get obsessed with them.
With that particular song, yeah, I suppose so. What's your favourite Taylor Swift song?
Shake It Off.
Wow, that's you weren't entirely sure if that's one. If I couldn't see your laptop so clearly, I would have thought you just Googled that and couldn't read very well. You said it was such little conviction.
Oh, Anti-Hero.
Yeah, that is another one.
That's a song I actually have listened to a few times.
Yeah, you actually do.
So I guess
that
that is my favourite Taylor Swift song.
Okay, all right. Well, that's not too bad. Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a favourite. Good on you.
Did you discover one during your march through?
I discovered some ones I don't like. One of them in particular, she's got a Christmas song, and I wasn't too fond of it.
Well, all Christmas music is bad. No, it is.
Define bad.
You only listen to it at Christmas because it's not good enough to be listened to year round. Every Christmas song is, if you take the Christmas gimmick out, not a good song.
Yeah, but you don't listen to the happiest song that you like when you're in a downtrodden mood, do you?
Yes, because I want to feel better. What do you wallow in it?
Right after you've had a lovely date and had a fantastic time with the other person.
So sci-fi.
You don't. Yeah. You don't then on the journey home listen to some heartbreaking songs, do you? You don't stick on Adele.
Yeah, you want to emotionally prepare yourself for the coming breakup.
Right, okay, you've got a very...
We use music differently.
Yeah, we do. You use it to, I guess, increase mental fortitude, the same way that I think the FBI trains people to not break in interrogations.
Yeah, I mean, I'd thrive in Guantanamo.
Yeah, you'd be the king of the yard.
Yeah. Do they have yard time?
Maybe, but if they do, it's probably not very nice yard time.
No.
I
mean, it's in Cuba. Lovely.
Well, the weather's probably nice.
Yeah.
That's about
probably
as far.
Lovely views past the chain link fence.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point. You can see through chain link. So, yeah. Right, okay, the beautiful vistas, the gorgeous tropical weather, but then,
being in a...
tortured it's a black site. So
maybe not.
Well, it's one of those black sites where kind of where it is, so it's not a black site.
Grey site.
Grey. It's a grey site, yeah. Yeah. It's a grey site. Bit like Pirate Bay back in the day.
No, that was always illegal.
Yeah, but sort of grey area. Is it okay to steal property?
Yes.
Oh, so it's right, so you don't think it's bad at all then? You're just following the letter of the law on that.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to steal from big companies.
Right, okay. Well, that's...
bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you've got some merit to that.
And if anyone uploads clips of this podcast on anywhere without my direct permission, I will be suing you.
Because you're not stealing from a big company then, you're stealing
from me, a small company.
You're stealing from two humble men.
Yeah.
That's another lovely adjective, by the way.
Yeah, we are the two most humble men in the world.
Yeah, I think humble's a beautiful way to be described.
Yeah.
Humble.
I hope it happens someday.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
To be called humble, or wise would be a good one. I'd like to be called wise.
Yeah, wisdom seems, easily attainable.
Yeah, well, where
I haven't.
Where do you get it? Maybe you can steal it from a big company somewhere.
They're probably hoarding it.
Yeah, they've probably got it stashed away in the back rooms. That's why they keep all the good stuff. Argos know what they're doing. Don't even let you see some of it up front. Stick it in a catalogue.
Hiding it.
Manifest it in the back. Like Santa. That's what he'll be doing this time of year. Getting it all manifested.
from an Argos.
Yeah, that's probably where he orders it from.
Yeah.
That or Amazon.
Yeah, probably Amazon nowadays.
Yeah, Bezos is probably doing some, handshake deals with Mr. Claus.
Trying to replace humans in his warehouses with elves.
Yeah.
There's an even darker Willy Wonka.
Well, they weren't elves, though. They were Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, but,
And Oompa Loompas, I guess to cycle this back around, I believe were in one of the films, probably the Johnny Depp one. I think they were found in Africa, or it might have been South America.
South America.
Probably South America. But Africa, the campaign for North Africa, that's what we're doing. That was seamless.
Getting good at this.
Too subtle, man. Subtle is a compliment, I think, still.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be too subtle.
Yeah, but then it's on them for not picking it up.
That's true. That's a downside to them. That's them not being able
perceptive.
to. They're not emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever they are. Maybe it's you listening. Maybe you're not emotionally intelligent. Do you think about that? You reflected recently? Meditated on past transgressions? You thought about maybe what you've been doing wrong?
I need you to stop talking directly to the audience.
Well,
you use it to attack them or cause existential dread.
Well, either way, it's Christmas. Don't think about it just now. Be merry. Be happy. Of course, this might be released after Christmas. Probably will be.
It will be.
In which case, hope you had a great one. And now, it's thinking time. Start dwelling. Dwelling on those thoughts. Thinking about what's coming up in this year ahead. All sorts. Including us actually playing the game properly. We're going to try and figure out a way to document what we're doing week by week in a way that doesn't give the game away to the other person. I think a lot of it is just going to be us waxing about what we've done. And at the minute, today we've done relatively little, which is why I think we've got so little to talk about that's relevant.
Yeah,
we
we
sort
of immediately tangented this one, but
yeah, because all we did really was we barraged each other with our big artillery guns. Mostly me barraging you.
I missed.
You missed. I didn't miss at all.
You pinned two of my boys.
I did. I took out one of your infantry groups, pinned them down in the desert.
Yeah.
Pinned down one of your tanks.
The pinned guys were lucky because after that we did the next phase of combat after barrage is the anti-tank segment.
And how many tanks did you start that one with again?
About 50.
Right, and how many tanks did you end that with?
About 25.
No, I think it was different to that.
No, it was about that.
I think you started with, what was it, 19 or something?
Oh, no, I started with... I had 19 in units that were fully wiped out. And
right.
Then I had an extra sort of 20 that weren't entirely wiped out.
And that was a result of you attacking me.
Yeah.
That's an indictment on your play style. I think that's what it is. I mean, for the practice run, I did pick the best tank division that I possibly could from all of the game's units.
Yeah, which, in hindsight, feels like you shouldn't have.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get a chance at it before I start playing as the Italians for the first year and a half. And they have awful machinery.
I am looking forward to smashing a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm going to just keep them hidden away in the desert. You're not going to find them.
I mean, I'm not going to look for them either. If you want to spend resources and time hiding them in the desert somewhere, be my guest.
It's just going to be a year and a half of me repeatedly going, "Don't look for me. Stop trying to find me in the desert."
And I will find you in the desert and then ignore you.
Wow, that's the coldest shoulder I can think of. So cold it permeates through the heat of the desert. That's actually fucked. Why would you do that to me as a friend?
Just let you guys have troubles. You've got to carry the emotional weight of all those Italian guys dying in the desert.
No, I'm talking about you, Andy. Why would you do... I'm not always talking about the game.
Oh, I'm doing it to hurt you.
Right, okay, yeah. Wanted to get to the bottom of that.
I was just explaining how.
Oh, okay.
If you're never sure, assume I'm trying to hurt you and ask how.
Oh, what's the saying? Never attribute to incompetence what you can attribute to harsh malice from a close friend.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the usual saying, but I think it's a more applicable version of it for our friendship.
Yeah. I'll call that James's razor. I think I'm allowed to coin philosophy.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, anyone can.
I mean, who's going to stop you?
I reckon someone will try, you know.
I mean, yeah, but no one respects philosophers enough to listen to them anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't really get any philosophers these days.
No.
It's been
When was the last philosophy update?
Oh, a while ago now. I mean, you had...
Freud? He's not philosophy.
Yeah, no, he's philosophy.
Adjacent.
He's just, yeah, a lot of it gets kind of shooed away because of all the gross bits.
Yeah. I mean, every philosopher from history is a monster.
No, actually, no, I can't even pick one out that isn't slightly bad in some way, shape, or form.
Because if you're getting really into justifying things, it's because you want to justify something.
That's a good point, yeah.
People who don't have anything to, like, write a book to make okay, don't write a book to make it okay.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, you got utilitarianism. That is basically
just justifying stuff.
Yeah, that is just, well, it's okay to do this because overall it's not going to hurt more people.
Yeah, it'll help someone.
Yeah,
and that's definitely not it.
and then you flip it around, so it's the
nihilism. I've got an excuse to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, oh, that's a particularly bad one.
Yeah.
Well, nothing matters anyway. So, all right, well, I suppose that was always the case for you then. So
I can do what I want, which is probably something awful.
Yeah, or at least not anything good.
No.
So that's at the very least they're a net nothing towards society.
So if anyone has a philosophy that I can apply myself to this year that isn't bullshit, get in touch.
Yeah, send it over to the email address. Let us know what philosophy to abide by for the next year. We'll do that each year. We'll adopt a new philosophy.
Oh, yeah, next year we'll be able to do a fan vote to see what our ideology for the year is.
Yeah, the fan will get to choose. That's right, we're talking to you, fan.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, on your shoulders. I presume it's the same person I'm talking to every time.
I mean, yeah, if we have one listener, then yes, it is.
Yeah, they're like a sounding board, I think. Just to get it all out.
Yeah, almost like a therapist who doesn't know that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, they do now. We've just we sort of pulled the curtain back.
Given the game away.
Yeah, you can't charge us.
Bleep that.
Yeah. We're just gonna have to gaslight this one listener into taking on the emotional weight of all our problems, which are all through the prism of a board game that we've decided to play.
Yeah.
It's kind of on us, really.
Entirely on us.
Yeah. Well, we've got to do it. We've committed to the bit.
Yeah. I mean, but if you're listening to this, we've released them, which means the commitments. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. If you're listening now, it's too far gone. We can't go back, and we're only marching forward, further on through this deserts of our minds.
Yeah, I really want to coin that, don't you?
Yeah, it's already been coined.
I think you coined it on the unreleased
pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we only had one microphone, and everything sounded echoey and dog shit. So we couldn't really release that one. Maybe one day it'll see the harsh light of day.
Yeah. Which, compared to this, really, really must have been bad.
It was. To be fair, the content was sublime.
Oh, of course.
The audio quality was, oh God, never heard worse.
And then we decided to flip that.
I think what we've got going on now is a solid, I'd say maybe a 7.5 for sound quality and a good 4.3 for content quality.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, what's going to happen at some point is someone is going to review this.
No one's going to review this.
Someone is going to stumble across it and leave us a 1-star review.
No. If anyone, we actually forbid you from leaving a review. Is there any platform we can put this up where you can't be reviewed?
Oh, we could be one of those cowards who turns off YouTube comments.
Oh, I like the sound of that. And then you can only do thumbs up now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No feedback, I like it.
No thumbs up.
Shut down the email address as well.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're not going to be getting anything from that.
From the one person. When they send an invoice for therapy services. I think we're on the right track here. We're feeling our way through, aren't we?
Yeah, the game is starting to feel more approachable. I don't know, we've been saying that each episode, but that's a good thing.
It is. We've not had one where it seems worse.
No, there's been individual rulings or rules or bits in the book that have been frustrating, but the overall thing makes sense. We've not run into this game doesn't work.
I think that's the scary thing. I think the game does work.
I think we're going to have to do the full thing.
That's what we've committed
We're
to.
not going to be able to claim something wasn't playtested and just quit.
Yeah, I feel like that is very much the coward's way out now.
Yeah.
And remember, we're brave.
Bravest men in the world.
That's it. You and I.
The bravest, humblest, most subtle men in the world.
Now that's what we should have called this.
Brave, humble, subtle men.
The big three. I was thinking, actually, while I've got you here.
Yes.
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons in the coming days.
Okay.
How would you like me to cook you a dinner for Christmas?
Why?
I would just fancy a dinner.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're going to cook it here?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. I'm going to cook it elsewhere and bring it here.
Yeah, that's a fucking crazy thing to suggest.
Yeah. You know those chickens in a bag?
No.
Yeah, you get them from Asda. It's like
Okay.
a chicken in a bag.
Okay.
It's already seasoned.
Okay.
Whack it in the
You
oven
want to
for a
put
bit.
that in my oven?
Yeah.
I mean, you can use my oven, yes.
Yeah, whack it in the oven.
I don't want you to claim it's a Christmas dinner or that you've provided anything.
And then you then I'll get some of those microwave mashed potato bits.
I mean, you're describing a good bullshit Christmas dinner. I don't know why you said cook instead of assemble.
And Bessie's Yorkshire puddings.
I mean, they're good, yeah?
Yeah. I think you can get these sort of steamed bags of broccoli where you stick them in the microwave as well.
Why? What's the fucking point?
Pigs and blankets.
I mean,
You've
excellent,
got,
yes.
You've got an air fryer.
I mean, yes.
That'll heat those bad boys up. Yeah, see, I'm winning you over here.
Yeah, if we have a Christmas dinner with all the bullshit bits removed.
Yeah, what would you consider bullshit bits for a Christmas dinner?
Most of the veg.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Not because vegetables are bullshit. It's just vegetables prepared in the worst way.
You heard it. You heard it first here, folks. Fuck me, that was a mouthful.
Jesus.
Andy hates vegetables.
No, you can't say that about me publicly.
Stop grabbing my mic. I'm allowed to say it. Andy hates vegetables. Yeah, I would say that a lot of the vegetables are surplus to requirement. Sprouts are... I mean, they're infamous for being just maligned.
Dog shit.
Yeah, no one likes sprouts. People who do like sprouts, I don't know if you've noticed this, but they'll always go, "Ooh, I like sprouts."
Yes, and then when they describe it, what they like is sprouts coated in butter with bacon bits. And it's like when someone says, "I like lobster," or they like snails. No, you like butter. And this is one of the excuses you have to just drink butter with a gross thing next to it.
And look like a hero. Look like a brave person. You know what? The real brave thing to do is just say no. Just say no to sprouts. So I'm going to say no to sprouts. So what I have for you as this proposal is chicken in a bag.
Yep.
Mashed potato in the microwave.
Big fan of that.
Broccoli, which I will be putting in some steam bag. If you don't want it, I'm going to have it anyway.
No.
I'm having it. Pigs and blankets.
Yep.
Some sort of roast potato. That could work.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, some roast potatoes. Anything else? Anything else to put
Stuffing.
in there? Stuffing. Don't really have stuffing. Never really had it, so I don't really know how to
stuffing's
put that together.
great.
You can probably buy
buy
that
that.
pre-made.
Some pork.
Some pork. Yeah, don't push your luck.
Duck.
You know, this is... No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, no, this is a... Fuck you. I'm
I have
offering
duck for Christmas sometimes.
offering you a lovely meal,
What's outrageous to ask for duck?
and you're asking me for duck.
Yeah, it's a great bird.
Yeah, it's... I mean, fine, it's in maybe the top 5 birds.
It's better than chicken.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It just is.
It's not better than chicken.
Duck is better than chicken.
Can't wait to go to McDonald's and get those duck nuggets. those best-selling items, the duck nuggets.
Yeah, because they don't have them at McDonald's because they've been all used up by Michelin star restaurants.
You think that's where all the ducks are going? I can go down to the park tonight. Probably won't, but I could go down to the park tonight and get me a duck. You know how much harder it is to go find a chicken right now?
It's much... Also, you couldn't wrangle a duck. Like, the duck might be in the park at the same time you are, but he's not leaving with you.
Do you know how subtle I am?
I know you're subtle and humble and brave, but the duck will see right through you.
No. Those duck eyes, they won't see me coming. I'll be in... I don't know. What works against ducks?
Guns.
Right.
Knives.
I don't...
Cars.
No, I don't really want to do any of those things to a duck. I don't want to find and use a gun to harm a duck. You know, I'm actually quite opposed to this idea now that I'm...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you suggested it. It didn't
Yeah.
seem like something you would be, one, good at, or two, want to do.
I don't want to dirty my hands with the...
The blood of nature's most delicious bird.
I don't want mallard blood on my hands. So we'll just go with those essentials, and over dinner we can discuss what's coming next for this, when we're actually going to start releasing this.
Which, again, we shouldn't be deciding on the podcast, because it's released or it's not. But this means nothing to the listeners.
This right now is Schrodinger's audio file. If anything, this is a little peek behind the scenes. This is what it was like making and distributing the podcast. This conversation right now. This is what it's always like. It's always scatterbrained, but it's always very candid, very transparent. That's another thing we are.
Yeah.
We're see-through.
Filled with heart.
Filled with heart, and if Andy had it his way, it would be filled with duck. Is what we'd be filled with. I think he's talking absolute shit. I think duck is a...
You've never tried duck, have
I've
you?
tried duck.
No, you haven't.
I have. I've tried duck before. Someone had it as part of a takeaway. I tried it. Didn't really like it.
Because it wasn't in nugget form.
It wasn't in nugget form. Yeah, I have the palate of a child.
I'll see if I can find duck nuggets.
If you can, I will absolutely have duck
You will
nuggets.
love duck nuggets.
I imagine they're probably lovely. But yeah, I think that more or less wraps up a very brief summary on what we've done today, and a lot of conversation about unrelated stuff. The thing is, we've committed to playing the game. We've also committed to making a recording after every time we play. So if we've not got
Or
much to
get
talk
together
about,
to even talk about it. Or
yeah, the thing is, that's it. If we've not got much play to talk about, we've still committed to both the game and this. So this is the shit that we're gonna have to just put in here to fluff the time.
yeah, we're letting them behind the curtain to see a really sad state of affairs.
Well,
It's we pulled the theatre curtain aside and there's a dead duck on the ground.
everyone's thinking, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Commitment. That's how.
Why do they keep telling us this is shit?
Well,
Maybe we shouldn't be doing that.
let the people know what they're getting into. It's just going to be us slowly deteriorating mentally, and we're not starting from 100.
Oh boy, are we not.
I'd say we came into this mid-70s. That's
Yeah.
mostly because we were excited about the idea.
Even though we are the two most well mentally adjusted people in the world.
And humble,
And humble.
brave, subtle, transparent, candid.
Humble, brave, subtle is my vision of the John Cena.
Well, in the words of John Cena, we'll
Osama bin Laden has been compromised to a permanent end.
Yeah, that's... By the way, just for context, that isn't how long ago we're recording this.
Yes, this is Christmas. What, 2013?
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yes, in the immortalized and contemporary words of John Cena,
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
yes, I don't know a single John Cena quote, so I'll let you sign it off with that. Yeah. Apologies and good night. Merry Christmas.
See you later. What a mess.